Hello everybody, JaffaArchfiend here, and welcome to the new patch for Final Fantasy XIV's Dawntrail, patch 7.1. Resuming the MSQ, the main scenario quests, here with a royal invitation here in Tuliolol, down by the Ford cabins. So, let's see where the story goes on from here, shall we? It is a pleasure as always. Have you been able to relax lately? In-game? Probably. Out-of-game? No. Wonderful. As busy as you have been with the rite of succession among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tuliolol at a more leisurely pace. Sampling the tacos at Gilbertier is one such way to do so. I probably butchered the pronunciation on that one. They're made the traditional way and laden with fillings and are absolutely sublime. If you have an empty stomach, the owner of Broquevu will look after you. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Taco time! Taco, taco, taco. Honestly, tacos are okay. Well, if it isn't you, alone today, are you? As far as I'm aware. I see, I see. If you have a hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it thanks for everything you've done for Tuliolol. I won't say no to free food. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it's ready. I'm not going to say no to free food. They do look nice. Again, for tacos really do depend how they're made. Gregarious man, you still love tacos, I hope. You ate so many when you turned 5 you could barely move afterwards. Remember that? I hope he's not referring to us. No, not really. That was 30 years ago for me. Right, sorry. Still strange for me too. Just the other day you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set off for Yusolani. And now you're a man grown with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family. You can always rely on me. Oh god, yeah, we got that aftermath to deal with. Imagine, like, a week ago you saw, like, a 5-year-old heading off somewhere. And then within that week, they come back as a fully grown 30-year-old adult. Line. That feels like the only thing I'm doing right now. On you and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance at my new job. Back in Alexandria, we had Electrope. If I needed fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. Here, I'm helpless. A culinary who can't even light the stove. The way the others in the kitchen stared at me. Gods, I've never felt so embarrassed. Sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems life is really different within the dome. My wife and children, I was thinking I'd have them join me once things are settled, but at this rate... Oh god, yeah, you're a grandfather. I say you send for them. If they're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever's necessary to make it work. Aww. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to overhear. I seem to be having trouble readjusting to life until Tuliolol. Vavawak Lamat! To aid folk like yourself, we've established a support group at the Wing of Reflection. There you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. It isn't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful that they can make things easier. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek this group out, and I'll bring my family with you. Thank you. I'm surprised it didn't get directed there in the first place, but yes. Oversights, I suppose. Oh, look, it is. I was just about to go and find you. You don't mind the company, I hope. I could use a bite to eat myself. My tacos! Get your own! You've got a voracious appetite, love. These are mine. Get your own. Go get your own tacos. These are my tacos. Oh good, she got her own plate. The tacos here never disappoint. So, what have you been up to lately? Exploring Toral, my trusty alpaca. Catching up on sleep. I wish. I've been making a name for myself with the Arcadian. You're fighting in the arena in Alexandria? By facing off against tough opponents, I'd wager you've honed your skills even further. As for myself, I've been kept busy doing duties at the palace. Whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people. That way, I can better understand the problems they have and share them with Kona to figure out solutions. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Okay. Kona and I have something we want to discuss with you, as Dawn servants. Do you have time to come to the palace? Of course! Great, I'll go on ahead. Please come and join us once you've finished here. Okay, what official business do you need me for? What officially business do we have in mind here? Alright, where's the teleport point? I think it's up the stairs here. Sprint! Figured I'd start with the MSQ first and then hop into like the... Because at the teleport point, there's the quest which will lead into the Alliance raid, and there's also the quest which leads to the new Pelu allied tribe stuff. But I figured I'd get the MSQ out of the way first, and then hop onto the other stuff. Hold on, back up here. If your guild is not log... Your guild is Log Horizon! That's cute. Might have to go visit them in a minute. I'll have to take a look at that. We screenshotted that just so I can remember. It's always an honor. Val Kona has stepped away to attend to a pressing matter, but he should join you within before long. Alright, let's have a wee gander here, what we got going on. Oh, we've got the whole gang here. Well, minus a few, but quite a few here. We've got the twins, we've got Kryl, we've got Raha. Now, is this going to be voice acted or is it text? That's text. Oh, you're all here too? Valkona summoned us, though if truth be told, Alpha and I have been seeing him quite regularly of late. He asked us to share our knowledge of Hanish culture, you see, in hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were, of course, happy to oblige him. Kryl and I were likewise summoned. Otherwise, we've been carrying on with our work, compiling information on the Golden City. My grandfather embarked on this investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started. Lest you wonder, Thancred and Urianger have left to resume their tour of Taral. Y'shtola, meanwhile, is back to researching cross-rift travel. She was here just a few days ago to get Kona's permission to investigate living memory. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key in her keeping at some point. I can well imagine why. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You'd like to be stuck with her for a while. I don't mind research. As for Estinian, we know neither where he is nor what he is doing. Some things never change. Gone with the wind is our dragoon. We still haven't got the chair fixed. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So, what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. The matter for which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. A state funeral will soon be held in Solution 9 to mourn the passing of Queen Sphene. King Galulja and his administration have invited us to attend. Oh. This is... As a reminder, while certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yassolani, I see no reason not to attend. As a quick reminder, the people of Alexandria, when it comes to, people dying, bloop, immediately forget the person completely who has died. So, this should be interesting to see what a Alexandrian funeral might actually look like, since funerals weren't ever really a thing. Hey there, Zach. Hey there, Felix. Ich habe kleine Deutsche, aber es ist nicht sehr gut. Beyond that, it's like, erst recht, zwei recht. So, I can do numbers and... recht? Nicht recht. I can't remember the word for left, so I just say nicht recht. The few German folk I've had come to the shop seems to go for that. For generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have funeral rites still. Apparently, the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the Queen be thus honoured. Leave it to that lot to think of such things. People of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends want to do something for them. Yeah, though Sphene was but a simulacrum, she was nonetheless a pillar for their people. The pain of her passing must run deep. Indeed, a funeral will give Alexandrians the chance to come together to express their grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I've decided to go. Not only to be there for Galulja, but to put this chapter behind us. Yeah, your nephew needs his auntie. That I requested your presence when none other than to see if you wish to attend the funeral. You knew Sphene as well, after all. Yeah, we're also kind of responsible for the one being the killer. I think I should go too. Sometimes I wonder if there wasn't another way. That would be inappropriate. I mean, I'm the one responsible for, killing her. Because of your role in her demise, I take it. We had no choice. We had to stop her from killing countless innocents. I won't force you to attend the funeral if it makes you feel uncomfortable. But while I represent Tulial in an official capacity, I'd like it if you could be there to watch over everything. Fine. Purely because the content demands it. The quest demands it. I feel the rest of us should go too. Regardless of the reason, the fact remains that we deprived Alexandria of a beloved ruler. It's only right that we remember who Sphene was, to her people and to others, so let us stand with you. I'm doing alright. How's yourself? Then it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 and look for Galulja in the back room. Before you get clever, the back room is the name for the literal back room, not the back rooms. Before people get clever with that one. Where? Crossroads. Oh. That was a nice wee angle for that to kind of bring in the title for this patch. Interesting. Though I too would ideally attend the funeral, given the circumstances, I think it best that Lamati represent us. Besides, I need to be on hand to oversee the city's repairs, which has taken longer than expected. When that work is complete, we will finally look into installing new thrones. To have Father's throne here still, it makes me feel he is close by. I'm quite happy for it to remain for a while. Alrighty. To Solution 9. Bloop, 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 bloop. Teleport! I know they patched in a while ago to have us kind of teleport right next to the crystal to make it easier for like Ethernet stuff, but yeah. It's like, take one step forward. Whee! Oh boy. Into the back room. Here, kiddo. I should suppose I say, Your Majesty, since technically you are king. Ah, you came for your funeral. Of course. I'm the only one who'll officially take part, though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Shayla's always teaching me new things. Recently, I've learned about Everkeep systems and the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use my authority properly. Studious as always, I see. By way of a treat, I brought you gâteau à chocolate. It's a kind of cake. I think you'll like it. Thank you, Lamity. Thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you here. Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. It's much the same here, according to the records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all the world used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say? That's a question for the Elfins, for the Elvis lot, I think. Ich habe kleine Deutsche, aber es ist nicht sehr gut. Galul wishes to go and collect his flower feeder. The flowers are being handed out at Praxis Park. I think I'm heading over there now. We'll join you. There's a man I would like to speak with, Gosen, who is apparently Sven's aide and the one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go. Gosen. Why does that name sound familiar? Gosen. Ugh. That is the only annoying thing when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV, is that because it makes references of the other Final Fantasies every so often, when a character's name comes up, you're like... when a character's name crops up that is familiar to your brain, it's like, is that someone I've met purely out of Final Fantasy XIV? Or is that someone I've met in one of the other games? Like, and if it's one of those, if it's the latter rather than the former, what can we expect from them? A little jet. Here he is, Ghostin. Waklam's attendance will surely help strengthen relations between the two nations. I get a strong impression that both Tuliol and Alexandria wish to put this tragic past behind them. It makes sense if Sven had loyal aides as Ghostin, given how much time she dedicated to walking among her people. While it appears souls are still being issued, supply must be limited now they're no longer being harvested. Grim faces in the queue tell the tale. Judging from the activity, I presume the funeral will be held here. Ghostin. Why, I'm Waklamata Tuliolol. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen Sven's funeral. We are honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I am Gosen, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I have been responsible for administering affairs of state. Can we get our flowers here? Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers have been handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. What, we need to wear regulators for your funeral? Rest assured they are not a requirement. We're aware your people do not use them. You see, people in Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals. As such tokens were black, it was suggested we might wear regulators painted the same color. We've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as... Behave. Thank you. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flower. I will. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. I'm not sure if that's the voice he's going to have if he does get voiced. I'm just kind of thinking he's a chief aide to the Queen. He's the official person who's kind of been running the state affairs, so it seems only proper that he speak in a manner of voice such as this. Damn, that's a nice picture. I wonder if we're going to get that in-game. As a wall hanging, maybe. Obviously not to that size, but... that is a lot of folks. Which makes sense. Banners are up and all. Is this going to be voiced? I wonder if this is going to be voiced. This feels like something that should be voiced. Find out in a minute.
Although we are gathered here for the same reason, we hail from different lands.
I wasn't too far off.
Some were born and raised in the Alexandria of old, while others came to us from Tuliolal. It was from this union of diverse peoples that a new Alexandria was born. The only home that our younger generation knows. How did we overcome the barriers between us? What moved us to join hands in common purpose beneath crackling skies? You know the answer. We survived. We thrived because Queen Sphene brought us together. Inspired and encouraged by her boundless kindness, we strove to be better, for ourselves as well as those around us. And in Her Majesty's absence, there is a sadness beyond words. Yet we must. We will remember her. Remember all the good that she has done for us. So let us pray, as the people of the Old Kingdom once did, for the peaceful repose of the departed. And let us keep our beloved Queen forever in our hearts, that her memory might guide us unto the morrow. Would that I could find solace in my own words.
Such as funerals, mate. I've been to one too many. Letting him lay both of theirs on the counter. It's a nice gesture. Just waiting for something to kick off.
Was Queen Sphene taken to the cloud?
Oh.
She must have been. To still remember her is strange, isn't it, darling?
I miss her. She would always cheer me up when I was down. But even though I remember her, I'll never see her again. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, buddy! You're in for a rough awakening.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
What will happen indeed? Everything that we have, we owe to Queen Sphene. How are we to go on without her?
I still remember Her Majesty so clearly. If only I didn't, I might feel better about the future of our realm.
Perhaps we should also consider moving to Tuliolo. The journey won't be easy, but it'd be better than staying here in uncertainty.
How many are going through the same thoughts?
In times like these, I take comfort in the beliefs of a Turali people called the Yorkui. To them, death isn't the end. So long as we're remembered, we never truly die. It could be the same for Queen Sphene, you know? If you keep her alive in your hearts, she'll always be with you.
But we still won't be able to see her, right? I don't want to think about that. I wish I could just forget instead of having to feel like this.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose. Please, mourn your queen however you see fit.
That's the problem, isn't it? This is the first time any of them are having to do any kind of mourning.
As expected, they struggle to come to terms with their loss. I hope they can find a way to move forward.
It's not only grief that weighs on them, but worry for the future. Bereft of their queen,
I'm old
how
enough
will
not
they
to answer that
proceed?
question.
True. But with that at least, we're not powerless to help. What is it, Guloja?
I was wondering, is it better to remember or forget someone when they're dead?
That...
I remember my father, and every time I think of him, it hurts. It's the same with Queen Sphene. Knowing that she's gone makes me feel sad. But it's different with my mother. I never knew her, so I don't feel as bad. I want to remember my father, but maybe I'd be better off forgetting him.
Guloja.
But if you forgot him, would you remember the connection with Lamati and
Why
everyone
don't we
else?
continue this somewhere else?
That's the one thing that's always bugged me about the Alexandrian system of immediately forgetting someone when they die. It's that they don't remember they remember doing a thing, but they don't remember how they did the thing or how they learned the thing. They just remember the thing. They don't remember how they learned it. They don't remember where they learned it from, who they learned it from, and so forth. It's like they don't remember who they had kids with either, or they don't remember their own kids. Nice. Glad you got there, mate. What's that? Okay, it's the ideally used kit combined with them. Okay, bone wicker with idolized. That's an interesting combination. Nice. Turn off the auto advance. Hey, Galulja, do you really know nothing at all about your mother? Oh boy. Shale searched the system for information on residents, but the only Mamulja she found listed were my father and me. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there. But she wasn't. Well, that you're here means she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. Perhaps you try looking again. Do you want to know your mother? I think so. Even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know her. So I want to try looking again. If I don't find anything this time, I'll give up. I see. Well, if that's what you want. Then I'll help you. I like to help as well, and I believe I can speak for the others too. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave just yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. That's a good point. The Galulja the Zerolja, I remember his name now. The Zerolja that we knew at the start of Dawntrail versus the one we knew at the end are two different entities. There's a 30-year time gap for him. So learning more about his mother could help us learn more about Zerolja and what the hell he did in the 30 years he was here. Hell, I'm not even longer than that. Well, that's a nice use of the Halloween gear with bits and pieces. Nice. Alrighty, search of the past. Assuming neither memories nor records of Galulja's mother remain, we must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. If you're making inquiries outside in the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. Alrighty. Okay. Teleport points just over here. Do you really think people are going to be doing a hunt train at this time? We've got the MSQ, we've got the raid, we've got the... Oh, jeez. So I'm just looking in the chat. It's a case like someone's trying to organize a hunt train. And I'm like... I don't think anyone's going to be... It might be some people who did the kind of stuff earlier on this morning when the patch hit and all that, but still... I don't think we're going to find many people this time maybe to do a hunt train with. I forgot I could fly. Took me a second. I was like, what? Oh no, wait, I'm flying. Middle-aged Chana Watson. Sorry, I've never heard of a mammal-jaw woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zoralja. Might have better luck talking to the people over at Tanawatan settlement, to the north of Everkeep, a place called Wayawata. The Brazilian son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Kaniloka. Zoralja's devoted. Oh boy, that could go wrong so many ways, I think. Alrighty, what have we got going on up here? There we go. Fresh face Tanawata. You're looking for the mammal-jaw woman? Oh, Galudjal's mother. Can't help you there, I'm afraid. I know a little about Zoralja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, the Toral Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zoralja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted and felled the beast. It's interesting to hear of the king's feat in the past. This devoted of his might be the best lead we've got so far. Mammal-jaw woman? People have never been a common sight around here. Well, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among an entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched here. I assumed they all returned to Tuliala after their mission. If any remain, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. Oh, that gives us some answers, actually. That does pan up nicely. Alright, back to Solution 9 in the back room. I can just freaking fly over to it. And no preference for the zone. Boop-de boop-de boop. Ethernet! Boop. And to the back room. Well, to Neon Stein, and then into the back room. Yep, and to the back room we go. Galulja's told me all. He previously tried to track down records of his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Ah, so you spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusions we might draw. Alrighty. So, Zoralja brought a retinue of Landsguard to Yusilani, among whom was a female Mamaja. His mission was to rid the region of a Toral Vidral. I believe it's safe to say that this was the crisis in Yuawata he resolved. If some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers' recovery efforts, then they could have indeed gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about the settlement in Yuawata. People lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Zoralja made regular visits. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. If this Mamulja woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come in contact. I see, but what could Zoralja have been doing in that village? I think we can answer that question. In order to retrace Zoralja's steps, Raha and I spoke of a researcher who worked at Origenics. He said that, approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep, per the King's direct order. Oh, this is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the King's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that was all we could learn. There's plenty to go on. Even if work there was classified, any materials and equipment needed would be manufactured within Everkeep. So if we look into transportation records... Shell, you are fantastic. There it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts at obfuscation. but large deliveries were being made to Yohawata, far too large for a mere village. There hasn't been any activity for years, though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Do you think that's where my mother was? I can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. This is amazing! Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all of this out. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal little on its own. When we put several together, a picture begins to form. Even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. A lesson I learned in another life. You are far too wise for all your years, buddy. So we'll be investigating the secret facility in Yohawata then. I've been playing Space Marine 2 now and again off and on. And this time, I want you to come along, Gulja. I'm sorry, bringing the kettle on? Okay. Extra guard duty it is then. Good thing I'm a healer. Yohawata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the Drift Downs. Alright, thank you, Shale. Alright, Drift Downs. Where is that? That is over there, so just teleport out to the outskirts. Alright, and take flight. Still the crackling lightning down here. Oh, got distracted. Alright, the little jet. There's a bunch of people here. Looks like this might be a dungeon run. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it to be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright, be careful everyone. Yohawata Field Station, now accessible. Alrighty. Former party. Let's see. Oh...
I stand ever ready.
Let's get you as my tank. Whoop! Let's rock and roll. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of beasties here who are crackling with lightning. Oh boy. I'd say it's a good thing I got one Baragot. Creatures are electrified. Alright. There are beasts here too? Of course there are going to be beasts here. That. Oh. Oh. Well, which one are you using? Right, we're hitting that one first.
You underestimate me!
Oh, they really did expand the range on Asylum. Hee anyone? Refresh the dots. A little size. Get some mana, do some healing. Why did you stand in the thing? You stood in the thing, didn't you? Bolts can strike anywhere, step lightly. Oh, joy. So along with the beasties, we've also got to deal with random lightning strikes. This will be fun.
Hold still.
Yeep. Oh, that's your thing. I thought it was being a lightning bolt there. I was like, woohoo. I thought it was really an environmental factor we had to take into account. That would definitely have been a new thing for the dungeon. It was like usually a constant environmental thing to take care of.
You underestimate me.
Get you back up, Dark. For a hut. There. Yeah, a little more, buddy.
You underestimate me.
Yeah, did you get Graha? Stop taking so much damage, thank you. Come on now. You're better than that. Okay, so it's just an environmental thing. I do like... Ooh. Lindblom Zagnal. Okay. Judging by the ground, I'm spotting some score patterns, so probably having to watch out for lightning strikes here and there. Makes sense, given where we are. 4 pillars. Alright, let's dive on in. Caber toss. Woohoo! It's doing a caber toss. It's a Scottish beastie. Woohoo! Four pillars means it's going to be able to do that four more. Going to be able to do that 4 times. Oh, now what? Oh dear. Nope. Oh, this is gonna sting like a mother. Okay. So far, so good. That's an interesting mechanic. Alright, Limb Blum, and what else you got? Uh-oh, we're going for another caper toss, are we? Hee hee! Fucker. Here we go again with this nonsense. Oh, the electrical overload is just an AoE attack. Oh, okay. Oh, materia. Okie dokie. So the facility's still here. What research did they do here? Well, we're about to find out. A remote facility with a secret purpose. Hardly any signs there was ever a village here. Canaloca Corpus. Well, whatever they were doing, they tried to blockade themselves. While His Majesty Zeralja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul into a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. Oh, so this is where that research came across from. Hello, rotten hound. That does not sound appealing in the slightest.
Hold still.
So, zombie hounds. Fun. Yeah, looks like that whoever was here tried to barricade a few things. And, didn't quite succeed. So it looks like we've got empty bottles on the ground. Thankfully that's a bandage, I thought that might have been an arm. Thankfully I'm mistaken.
Hold still.
Just volume up. There we go. That should be better. Yeah. Oh boy. Another research. Nope. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain, and while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, and I dare say welcomed, too many such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objective shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrolled mutation. In short, how many beast souls can we shove into a person before they start growing scales, fur, and going all monstery? How many can we do? How many can we shove into you before that happens? Oh wow! There are still people here. I was not expecting there to still be people here. Histan Zintori Irahan Bemati Seforhof. Oh! Zombies! We have zombies! I am on the wrong class to kill him with fire! I swear if I was a machinist right now, flamethrower. We have zombies! I'm guessing one of the mutations is reanimated dead. Oh, I love that as because like that's a flying body. Hit bar. Oh no! Oh, that was nice. Rushing me, I'm gonna kill him.
Hold still.
And they're all still in the pods. Oh, wow. Okay. Just looking at the keypad to see if there was anything. That's an interesting design on the keypad. Box. Amulet of Fending. What does that look like on there? Okay. Handprints on the doors! Handprints and claw marks as well. That's just fantastic. Handprints on the floor as well. And hello. Looks like someone was crawling along this ground here. Oh, body bags. Fun. Sorry, I'm just looking up. Hello, GLaDOS. Or is that more Hal? All the little touches in this place. I'm like, oh my god. Oh! Oh, big zombie! Big zombie!
You underestimate me.
Holy mother of... The little ones I could expect. The big one I was not expecting. I was not expecting a big zombie. Massive zombie comes shambling towards you. It's like, oh no!
You underestimate
And the art team really did a fantastic job with these guys. Oh god, they still have their regulators as well on them. Oh, and that little twitch there as they drop to the ground. That little twitch after they died. That... Oh. Oh. Oh, someone let the art team cook. Someone let the art team and the animation team cook on this. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. Yeah, I see you. I see you lurking there. We've experimented with fiends of great power, but mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated with poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably and he lost all capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Toral Vidral, I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. Zorolja, my guy! You were wanting to try and gobble up a Toral Vidral soul. Really? Dear God! Toral Vidral, you remember Valagramanda? Okay, this is... Is it bad I want this in the... I want these as housing options? Is it bad I want these as housing options? Is that terrible of me, that I want these as housing options? Not without the locals! Without the occupants, please! I do not want these... Oh god, they're crawling zombies as well. They're crawling zombies! We got the crawling zombies.
Hold still. Hold still.
But Toral Vidral, they're very powerful animal entities in Tuliolol. Remember Valgamanda, the boss we fought at level 83, the kind of winged serpent, the winged feathered serpent statue who shot out fire, ice, and lightning? That is Toral Vidral. Zoralja wanted to have the soul of one of those gobbled up and made a part of himself. Judging by the research notes here. This was spent after 10 years being in here. Because Toral Vidral ain't just mindless animals. Research note. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul, one still possessed of its own memories? We stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare for his soul for extraction. The guy came up with the idea and his superior went, "That's a fantastic idea. You'll be the first test subject." Wait, what? That? That sounds like a bit of a bum deal to me. Necklace of casting. Not too bad. But yeah, that sounds like a bit of a bum deal to me. I have a bad feeling about this. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. Oh, God. Hold on, are any of those still occupied? Hold on. Doesn't look like they're occupied, no. But the more we go into here, the more I'm thinking Galulja's like... maybe Sephiroth. Alright, Overseer Kanaloka. What have you got in store for us here? Surrender your souls to King Zoralja. No. How about no? How about now? Come forth, my dear souls. This kind of thing. Oh, that's a F4.5, I think, if there ever was one. Whoa, okay, this is a quick set of AoEs. Holy mother. I won't let precious samples escape. Oh god, did he strike the death wall? That's cheating like hell! That's almost as bad as the boss regenerating health! Discard the flesh, extract the soul. No! Oh, I don't like this. I was not about to test if that generally was a death wall or not, but the fact that it is kind of doing the whole death wall things. I also serve a greater purpose, the King of Resolve's purpose. I don't wanna! I kicked his ass. I don't feel like doing. Oh, Jesus! Oh, so on top of this thing, we've got these as well. Fun. Oh, I'm staying put. Sorry, Bob. Oh god, here we go again. This is a hell of a boss fight. This isn't even the final boss fight. Relinquish your souls for the glory of Alexandria. No. How about now? Would that we contain the beast, but the seal is already... I'm sorry, what? Let us pray these souls are now at peace. Have I got a hazard a guess? Probably not. Geotic loves of scouting. Those don't look too bad. Might have to try and find the rest of the gear for that later. Alright. What the fudge? Is that a storm? Yep. Let's get a closer look. Of course, Cryo would say let's get a closer look. Oh dear. Alright. Sprightly mole and sprightly stone. Oh dear. Alright, let's take out the stone first. That seems like it's probably going to be the biggest one. Dear lords. 10 years spent in here, so I'll just decide to try and make Sephiroth.
Hold still.
Hell of a legacy you've been left, kid. I do love the visual of that, though. That is very nice. Again, the animation and art team were just... They were just allowed to cook on this.
Try this!
shit. No intention of doing so. Okay. What was that roar? Did it come from inside the storm? We may soon face our fiercest foe yet. All the more reason to do it here and now. Raha, why do I get the impression that you are sounding excited by that prospect? Yeah, I can see something glittering in there. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. Sprightly dollars. We woke something up. What the hell? What kind of mad-ass rabbit? Gral Gadral. Rune Piatti. Its teeth are like... and it claws and it can leap. It's a big bad bunny rabbit. From the castle. Ah! Has that thing been sealed away all this time? The strength of will is overwhelming. Judging by the terrain around it and what was in it, it looks like it might be an earth attribute and wind attribute. So we're probably dealing with wind elements and earthen elements, definitely. Right, you stay up there, kid. We'll deal with this thing. Oh boy. Well, Alonzi! Oh, that hits like a truck. Raging Claw. That doesn't sound good. Ooh! Just about dodged that!
You now.
Alizé, no you do not. Neoprene Low. That doesn't sound fun. Oh, Death Wall. Fun. Oh god, where's it going? What in the hell? It's some little wormy things. This looks like a safe spot here. Okay, bring up the spread in a second. There we go. Oh god, you've been learning from you've been learning from Ruby Weapon, haven't you? That's Ruby Weapon's trick. Haven't seen that one in a while. Oh, that does not look fun. Greater carve. You made it a Titan spread out. Oh, this is Titan's trick in reverse. Ah, yeah, okay. That's definitely new. I'll admit, that's definitely a new one. I don't like the name of that. Are we gonna get the ground back? Oi, Bugsy, you're gonna give us the ground back. All action direction requirements are notified. Yep, that'll be fun for the melees. Not quite a death wall, but it is a damage deal wall. Damn! Okay. Right, so the ring is a constant damage wall. Good to know. Good to know. I accidentally stood in it. Ooh, this is a tough boss fight. Oh, I love this. This rabbit's got teeth! Going in bugs. Doing with this. go again with little wormy pals. Oh no, running over here. Over here, safe. Over here, safe. Now come his wormy pals. Okay, I'm gonna go stand here. Run. Sprint! Oi, Bugsy. None of yours works, you rascally rabbit! In. Oh, this is definitely a shield killer fight. Definitely with the amount of... Oh boy.
Hold still.
Here we go again. Oh. Yes. Oh, down one bunny. Whew. Bloody hell. Oh sweet, I got the cushion roll for here. I got the cushion roll for the Mad Lab. Oh. What do the legs look like? That's not too bad. Okay, anything else? Nope. No auto loot, if anything. Alright, what do the NPCs have to say about this fight? Tyrant's trial. Surely if it must have been easy to imprison such a creature. It was too close. Felt the earth shake all the way from the cliff. It's still breathing, if only faintly. Phew, we did. I'm sorry, Kral, did you say it's still breathing? That's a... Oh boy. It's still breathing. So... Oh god, it is. It's moving. It's still moving. Okay. Terra Bunny. Okay.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Valley Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility. The Tral Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Zoralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
Oh no, are we... Oh god, we're echoing. Oh dear. Okay.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidral.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
So, you've given him permission?
Teishalja, you will assist Kaniloka.
Teishalja.
As one of the Landsguard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project? Or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliyollal. that I believed would forever be beyond me, that it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Wow!
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours.
Okay,
That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
Wow! That is just...
Are you all right?
Well, I suppose there's one way to bang. Dear Lord. She was thirsty.
Tayshelja. Could she be my mother?
Quite possibly. Quite likely.
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in the Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Tayshelja there.
That's where we're going next then.
Thank you, Deus Ex Machina Echo. Deus Ex Echo. I wish I could see in the past like you, then I can see people who are gone. It comes and goes. Because there aren't any other Mamulja women here. For a long time, I can't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tulial and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Well, let's see if we can make that a reality, you know? We now enter Yabati field station with party. Blah. Alright, I'm on the abandoned. Eager to begin researching the facility. While we discern the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let's take a look around, for information as well as a way to the upper level. Alright, let's wander through the zombie facility. Oh boy. Search for a way to the upper floor. Dear Lord. Nope, that's his dead body that's staying dead. Thank God for that. Some more corpses. There, kiddo. What happens to the people here? Did they all leave? Or did we already meet them? I think we already met them. Actually volunteered their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and in the best case, they would cease to be men. Such devotion to Zoology is so absolute. Possibly. I know that's where we're going to go in, but I can't live here. I wonder if Beck Luck would make up this research into transferring souls. Let's not ask, because I can still see a few subjects in the tubes. I'm waiting for them to wake up. Researchers likely moved between the upper and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. Makes me angry to think about what they did here. Again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 folks still in tubes in here. Possibly still alive. Security panels. Perhaps a verification key. Alright, time to rifle through some corpses. Time to rummage through the dead bodies. Test subject's journal. Oh god. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. I can write good, yes? I am good. Very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today bit off hand of feeder. Cannot help it, so strong. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat. Am eater. Must eat. Find nothing resembles drink. Okay, maybe not quite so much Sephiroth. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within a cabinet. On the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. Well, hey, we got a key. I don't think they managed to use the tranquilizing gas. By the looks of things. Dear Lord. Yeah, we've still got people in these tubes. Judging by the looks of it, they are still alive. They are potentially still alive in there. Oof. Seems the key used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. I'm waiting for something to pop out. We may have gone through a locked door, but we've still got stuff. This is still our research facility. Oh, it's clean up here. Maybe nothing got up here, maybe. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar. This is a far cry from the temple that held Valgamanda. All the machinery seems to be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Galulja's mother. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. Alright, let's get to it then. There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishalja. Ah, brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tisho Ja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments. Research logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? Well, it's our notes, so chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. And let's take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. Alright, I'll transfer it to the storage device I brought. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. Oh, we don't get to explore the room? That's a shame. Here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let's deliver the data to Shale. Yes, please. Yep. What's to there? Oh boy, I keep forgetting not to move forward on that. Shale, I got some data for you. Oh, geode. Welcome back. Gululja has already given me the storage device. Looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alexandra and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Aye, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Guidance of the Hetso. Alize isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Soul System, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. Good reason too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving Tural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tuliolal. Brother is doing all he can to see that the Tural Railroad restored to operation, so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things slightly easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Conan seemed reluctant to make promises. Fair enough. While Shale's working on data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. Alright, let's go check on the train. The Shaloni station then. I'll make sure to keep Conan informed. I really need to get all these side quests done. Hey, well, look up. Vow of Resolve, and you to boot. What can I do for you for? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Ah, scratch the on his way. Oh, sodding hell battery. Hey! You're in new gear. $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, $6 million, $7 million, more. Seriously, nobody does this with 14. Looking good, Avril. Gasp! Did our little bun finally outgrow his old clothes? Stop that. As you well know, my previous attire was that of a gleaner, and I have chosen a different path. It was time for a change. Uh-huh. You heard about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake the original Dawnblazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assisted with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawnblazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. Now we're back to our original problem: how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mehawatsin. That is, the Ronique. Though the Hetzeru that follow them are none too pleased about their Hetzo being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint, but a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronique will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the railroads plotted to avoid the Ronique's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronique's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mehawatsin for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter. And I too would hear what the Hetzeru have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. We might be able to get some insight into Kona's backstory as well. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Huato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetzeru encampment if you like. Just as a reminder, Kona was abandoned by these folks when he was a child. So, yeah. Getting some backstory on that would be interesting. Oh god, I've still got It Belongs in a Museum of that stuff there to do. Gonna untrack that one for now. There's a dome over there. Is it looking more red at the minute, or is it just because of the dust? Probably just because of the dust. It was previously a nice vibrant purple lightning, purple and yellow, but at the minute it's looking more reddishy orange. That might be because of dust at the minute, the dust storm. I'll try for a cleaner weather pattern later. Vows of resolve, vow of reason, I bid you welcome to our camp. What brings you all the way to Mehawatsin? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Dawntrail Railroad. Exposition, 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 exposition. You too have noted the Ronique's unexpected change in behavior then. My son, Shepato, has been looking into the matter. Shepato? Normally, we'd expect the Ronique to keep to their favourite grounds nearby for a while yet, and despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Harinin and Watane. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward towards a railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetzeru would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am of Hetzeru descent. My parents travelled with the Ronique as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration, one of many sacrifices necessitated by the nomadic lifestyle, I am forced to assume. Wow, we're just going straight into that. A chance encounter with a kind peddling merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper until Leola's market, and that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had been in the palace for some time when Lamati came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude, and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. That was a little flashback bit there. I don't think he said that part out loud to them. Truly, I've never heard of the Ronique choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetzero willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must be some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. Even if it might help you better understand the Ronique's current behavior. As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetzero way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes, and refuse to learn one of our country's traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Please, teach me of the Ronique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We'd be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of Hetzero culture with me? I look to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share. It would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. So, you'll learn more of the Ronique, and we'll have a look around the plains. Perhaps in the process, we'll find the answers we seek. The only things I can think of that would cause stuff to migrate unexpectedly out of season, if anything else, is something calling to them, maybe? Or something driving away. But these guys explored the areas already in this kind of region and found nothing to explain why they'd be heading towards the railroad. Alright, Shepetto. Quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I am not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let's meet back here later to share what we've learned. So, more adventuring busybody work. I'm afraid I've finished my task for the time being. Since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't you tell a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that Ronique are Hetsu, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. You may not know that sometimes the herd splits in two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hetsu must also part with half our number. You may think they're strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetsu. Must be what's going on, maybe? Come here. Trouble Hetzero. This won't do. The wind will go through it. Maybe found my needle and sinew. Mending kit. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. We're able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronique hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally don't need to worry. Okay, tough hides. Herds occasionally split in two. A little bit of the Hetzero way of life, are you? May have a thing or two to share. Rather than tucking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrived at them myself. Ahem. Our Hetzer provide us with something that we can use in medicines, projects, and to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Done. Sounds like there's a story there. That is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered myriad uses for Ronique chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hetzer always provide. Yeah. To be fair, if you're following migrating animals, you're going to make use of everything they've got, including the poo. And poo, unfortunately, is quite combustible. Quite good for making fires. Many portions are shaggy and tangled. Fur. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in a tangle like as not. fur brush. Ah, Geppetto sent a Ronique brush with you, did he? I like him. Now just run it through one little patch at a time. Gently. Great big buffalo things. You dutifully brush the Ronique until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, but the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Yep, that tracks when you're, cleaning off, when you're, well, dealing with an animal's sheds. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in this afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. A coned coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries should the need arise. Okay. Nothing yet to explain an unusual migration pattern, though. You smell of the grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, and with the horns of a Ronique to boot. That's an interesting line for Aura. I wonder if other races get different lines. I'm going to screenshot that. That's a screenshot. I have to wonder how Volcona is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Okay, so the dome is still purpley. Okay, it was just a dust storm. Ah, there he is now. Oh god, he's got a Ronique in tow. He's chuffed with himself. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronique and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. Forces back to the trail seemed inappropriate. How was your own work? Have you anything to share? Ronique are treasured members of the community, supporting his family. Indeed, the Ronique provide for the Hetzero, and in turn the Hetzero are good to the Ronique, just as family should be. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to Ronique as they did to me, so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this is no bearing our present concerns. We are here in service of the people of Tyrol, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. I will endeavour to remain curious, especially where the Hutso are concerned. Seriously, one of these days we've got to bump to his parents. I'm glad to hear that, Volcona. You're welcome him on our herd anytime. I mean, seriously, we've got to bump to his parents at least one of these days, sooner or later. One of these patches we've got to bump into those folks. Alright. This feels like it might be a voice acted scene. Oh no, it's not voice acted. Go now. How did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetzo. They nourish the Hetzero as they grow, and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, Ronique are sensitive, though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale. They must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetzero would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. So what are we supposed to do then? And it's particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronique's once favoured grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronique, even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Cetoraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Oh great, some bigger predators in the area. Typically that sort of behaviour in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides and the like. Though the Hetzero would surely have put two and two together with it caused geological, I measured the area's ether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. A Tural Vidral? Large animal, perhaps. A powerful one like as not. A predator, given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. Couldn't be a Turetsu. Turehetsu? Turehetsu? Ronak Reaver in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hetsu in the night is another evocative one. Roni can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turetsu. Their scales are as tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. Interesting. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually run in the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home and its pack both. Oh, they come in packs, do they? In any case, I believe the source of the Ronik's consternation is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this reaver away. They might return to their grazing lands in peace. Time for the hunter to become the hunted. Never fear. We'll make certain that the beast threatens you no more. Where am I? Never mind. We're just going straight into the point. We'll deal with it later. Ronik Reaver is a clever threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. It won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations. And if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Alright. Let's dive on in. Here we go.
Turehetsu is coming this way!
Turehetsu. Hey, I got the pronunciation right.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
After...
Oh, bugger.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
Alright, rock and roll time.
Make haste! We must protect the Ronek!
I keep saying Ronique.
Don't worry, we're right behind you.
Eyes built for anything brown and fluffy. son of a head.
There they are!
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
Easy there, buddy. Easy. Easy now. Nothing.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers. The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind.
Here we go.
There must be something up ahead. Come! There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
In a panic was clearly an understatement. More are coming!
You got that one? Look. I'll get this one then.
You're mine!
Well, come on. Did you just try to call dibs? Oh, I love that in how this works. Oh, something.
All or nothing then.
Oh no, that is a very fun toy. Can I get that? I want that from Machinist.
It seems that did the trick.
For the fodder, at least. But where's...
Where's the big guy? Where's the biggin? Where's the big beastie? Oh! That'll do it!
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a Ronak Reaver, and no mistake.
And that thing travels in packs. Wow! Okay.
There! That one there!
Okay, bullets aren't working. Oh, that's got a sting.
Even should it cost me my life. I will save the head soul!
Dude! Oh!
Kona! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
Remember, Volt, that's your job.
There. You've nothing to fear.
Nothing to fear whilst Godzilla is staring you in the face. Like it!
Right! Let's finish the job!
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
Come on and you Barriath wannabe. I'll show you how you do this in Monster Hunter.
You'll find the vow of reason. It's not without resolve.
Camel. Well, we're getting there. Doing something.
I need some time to think, will you? It must have a weakness, and I will find it.
This is literally what it looks like.
Keep it busy. I need time.
Do what we can.
Right! Go for the legs!
Good a plan as any. Doesn't look good. Shall we here?
Now we just have to keep it pinned.
Too much of a problem?
You're thinking, Kona!
A protective current of ether. But whence does it flow?
Actually, I'm going to take this opportunity to regenerate my mana. Rectify the scales. I'll trace that back. point of greatest density.
I've got it!
I swear, if you're gonna say aim for the throat. It's our best chance.
One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and... You're done for!
I did something!
That stemmed the flow of protective ether!
Nuke it!
Nothing's stopping us now!
Why'd you have to say that?
Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
Oh, this could be one of those kind of fights, is it? Oh, that can't be good.
We must disperse that ether ere the river recovers it!
On it.
This is going to hurt.
Boom!
We did it. The Etso, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehua Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats. But the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
Oh, good.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty.
Dude, don't try to play it off cool. Mister, you will not hurt the Hetso. Don't try to play it off cool.
The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most.
Could keep them away from the train tracks.
It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
Though it's,
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again.
Oh?
Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now.
20 years.
I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozenihetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Well, I finally found the answer to what happened to Kona's folks, and why he was abandoned as a kid.
Lozenihetta. That's where the Pelu Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. Well distracted, I heard one cry. Save our son! Save the Hetzo! After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast.
Oh.
Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
Give you 3 guesses who the brave couple were.
And what became of their child?
He became Dawn Servant.
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe.
No.
I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am Dawn servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
No. Kona. You Disney princess. To know that Hetzo are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that, in protecting them, we also avenge my parents? It's the least I owe to them, after all this time. I thank you for standing by me, as Dawn's servant and as the often imperfect man beneath that mantle. Now, let us return to our attentions to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We've removed the root cause of the Ronique, straying from their favourite grazing, and obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it'll be a far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful to creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it then. While Iki and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. You're pleased about something? Good news for the railroad, I take it. So the Ronique is avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Falcon is not too bad himself, what with his whistle idea. Sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Sit tight.
She looks as good as new.
Train's looking all right
if
there.
I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine.
Dude.
Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort.
Good. That was our main concern, after all.
From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Hey, got himself some new glasses.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolao. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel. And we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
No, we're more thankful. No, we're more thankful. No, we're far more grateful. Yep, they're British. Or Japanese. This is definitely Japanese.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through our paces.
Let's do it. All aboard! Seems to be doing all right so far. Ah!
There's a Ronek up ahead.
Time to test that whistle.
Now, to test our whistle.
Yep.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
Seems to be working.
Away.
doesn't seem to be running away, which is a good thing.
Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
Okay, good. The whistle works. Good.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Jaffa Railroad is back in service.
There we go. For a while there, we were real worried we'd never get the railroad running again. And now that the test drive is such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, and then the continent. Watch out, Dawntrail, here we come. I share the sentiment. We've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamity. Right, we gotta head back to Alexandria now, don't we? Oh, for the love of it, I'm trying to tag him. There we go. Train ride to Yusolani, that'd be nice. It's possible Shale's made some headway by now. Regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shale, what do you have her working on? We found data that may or may not have Galulja's mother. Galulja's mother. I feel the same in his shoes. I have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kafkaria we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. Oh! He's got a little plushy toy. I never spotted that before. Oh. I need to search for what she left behind because she left it with me, and I will carry it always. He's got a little Kafkaria plushy toy tag. He's got a little Kafkaria cheeky chain. That is so cute! Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kafkaria? What? No! It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion will not take no for an answer, and I thought it as good a souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. It's a tiny... Yes, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time, see if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course! We can give you the full story on the way. Alright. Back to solution 9. You're like one of the Hetso with the horns of a Ronique bit. I had to upload that screenshot. Managed to finally find a screenshot for her. Bloody OneDrive nonsense. Ugh. To the back room. And our shell. Alright, Graha. What data we got? A simple yet elegant solution. Thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shale has nearly finished processing the data. She'll be able to share her findings with us imminently. Stola! Oh god, I'm interrupting something, I gather. Stola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate in the sky deep cenote for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electro. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I could join you once we've finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I've made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. Don't you worry, I haven't forgotten you want to interrogate me.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit.
There you go.
But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Taishulja herself.
Alright, Taishulja, let's see what we got.
While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
My name is Taishulja, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose. Mother? Officially I was a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region.
Fair enough, reason.
Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal.
Oh?
I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life.
Huh.
When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander.
Oh.
How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions.
Oh, wow.
I watched him captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him.
Oh. Sakura Matao, this.
His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire. Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If he could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
My... No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
Oh!
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family.
Oh.
Kaniloka's shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well. But I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
That's all of them.
Oh!
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamachi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try.
The kid is being very mature about this.
I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
If anything happens to this kid, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you, Yoshi. If anything happens to this kid, there's going to be a riot. Oh. This kid had better live through the next several expansions. Oh no. Battery's doing that thing again. Alright. Poor kid. It's better to know. Profound response for one so young. Though I wish it didn't have to be, Gululja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate he has you. Thank you, Shale. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gululja. If you remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I'm ready to head to living memory when you are. I'm planning to be thorough, so willing to stop by for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we all have much more to attend to. For now, farewell. A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people would be clamoring to get on the first train back. Yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? We spoke before. You said many from Tulial were eager to reunite with friends and family. Many were concerned about getting through Vanguard? If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start to lay note 9. What's caused a change in heart in them, I wonder? May still be people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first. What's all this about?
People look uneasy. Did something happen?
Lack of souls, maybe?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
Oh.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right. And a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Oh, bugger. Right.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zoraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
Welcome to life.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Ay. Oh god, we're getting into a panic here.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
Oh, buggering hells. Nope!
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
What? Excuse me? How? This doesn't feel right at all, no? No. What is this? This is...
What?
This can't be right. Ghostin, what are you doing here?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do.
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
Huh?
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever.
Backup protocol? Ghostin, what did you do?
You there, Gossin. You were the Queen's
Gossin?
aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Valve Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
Oh, what have you done?
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the
Either
attack
he's
of
doing this or
Alexandria.
someone else is.
Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Okay.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live. Not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memory shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution.
Oh god, what is it?
All of us shall be made endless.
God, no! Nope!
I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells.
Nope.
This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like.
No.
Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not?
Neo-regular.
And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Victral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
Yeah. That is a very good question here, love.
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
No, you bloody well aren't. Backup program, maybe? Oklahoma, take a breath. Okay.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down. And then we'll talk.
Okay. Well, that's a stick in the hornet's nest. Well, I was going to shove the stick into the hornet's nest for certain. We only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed when the Meso terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, it is no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor, just as if their memories have been erased. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators, but by whose design? Someone smart enough to play being the Queen of Reason. In that guise, even if some suspect deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. We need to find out who she really is. While I agree wholeheartedly, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until a self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Well, this just got complicated and interesting at the same time. Someone's playing games. Meanwhile, in living memory, oh god, what is going on there? Alright, they're stolen shale.
Where am I? My people, are they safe?
Oh, it might actually be Sphene.
Why am I?
Oh, I think we made a boo-boo. I think we may have made a boo-boo. In fear of death, the people turned. Queen reborn, their fates to learn. I think we did a boo-boo. Oh, God. Okay, so we've just finished the MSQ for patch 7.1. immediate theory about what's going on here. Remember how in the boss fight with Queen Sphene, she was trying to purge her, you know, Sphene self from her machine self, so that the machine self would go, you know, into a more, you know, protract the endless, acquire more ether at all costs type of thing, regardless of her own nature? I think when we kind of blew her up, we may have done a split. So whilst Sphene as a whole within the Meso terminal is gone, we've now got two Sphenes. One, the machine version, which wants to, you know, continue the endless. And this version of Sphene we've got that Ishtola and Shale have just found in that little cinematic there. This is gonna get interesting. Oh, I cannot wait for the next patch already. Oh, they are cooking. Oh boy. Oh, see you guys in the next video. See you guys in a bit. JaffaArchfiend out. I'm gonna go calm down.